These are the 5 things that I learned in my first year of using a greenhouse that hopefully can help you avoid. First thing is circulation. I did not have any circulation whatsoever in my greenhouse. Due to the stagnant air, plants did not do so well. They started dying off, and on the top of the soil on the pot, it started growing moss, moldy type of texture. It was not good for the plants at all, and they're highly susceptible to diseases due to the stagnant air and no circulation. So that's where I learned fans is so amazing because the plants are gonna thrive with circulating air. Second thing is a heater. I keep my greenhouse in the garage, and in the garage, not only is the floor freezing, but the outside temperature is really cold. Rather, with a greenhouse that was outside, that was capturing the sun, that's gonna help retain the heat. But since there's nothing helping it retain heat, it's practically the same temperature as in the garage. So having a heater was important to have heat for the plants that really needed it to continue to grow and thrive, such as my oranges or my lemon trees, stuff like that. Another thing that was really important when I was getting a heater is one that if it tipped over, it would stop. This was really, really important for me because I don't want to start a house fire. Another thing about a heater that I was looking for was one that would turn on and off depending on the temperature that you set, such as if I put it at 70 degrees, it's going to turn on and off to keep it at 70 degrees, but not staying on the whole time. This is also going to help with the electricity bill, so that was pretty important as well. Having a heater is really important for temperature control and also keeping the plants at an ideal temperature, especially during the colder seasons. Third thing was having a timer for my sun lamp. This is what you can buy off of Amazon. It just plugs into the outlet. I go ahead and plug in my extension cord and say I want the timer to start at 12 o'clock. Push that down. So I'll go until 6 o'clock. So I want to start at 12. It's gonna stay all the way on until 6 o'clock, and then it's gonna click off, and then it's gonna stay off and then turn back on so that I don't have to keep turning on and off the light every day. Just because plants need about 6 to 8 hours of sun, no more, no less. If it's getting too much sun, then the plants can die. If it's getting too less, they can also die. It can also burn off their leaves if they're getting too much sun. Plus, who wants to go every day turning it on and turning it off 6 to 8 hours, right? So having an automatic timer that turns on and off the lamp was ideal for me, especially because I have stuff going on. I can't be turning on and off every single day at specific times. That was important. The fourth thing is optimizing this space. So as you can see, I only have so much space in the greenhouse on the floor. So this is where I found spare racks in my garage and put them not only on the bottom so that the plants were lifted above the ground so they're not touching the cold floor, but also putting racks on the side so that I had stacks where I can put more plants than just on the floor. I'm going to be using these zip ties. I'm going to be using these to zip tie the racks to keep them nice and sturdy. Last year I just used the wooden sticks, so this year I'm going to try this out. It seems like it might actually be a lot better. It's not moving. It's not, up and down, but not side to side, not coming off or anyway. So the plants will be nice and sturdy on here. And now you can see this is not going anywhere now. This is so secure. It's ready now for the plants. The racks are really good. Since I'm gonna have a heater, I need the plants to be far enough away, because if the heater's too close, not only that the pot can get really hot and possibly start a fire, but also if the heater is too close to the pot of the plant, that can start to burn the root. I need the plants to be far enough away from the heater. By having racks stacked up, that allows me to put more plants in the greenhouse without it just being on the bottom and away from the heater. The fifth thing that I learned was the watering schedule. So it's gonna be completely different than when it's summertime and they're outdoors, just because when it's summer, it's super hot and the plants are getting sun, they're gonna need more water to continue to grow outdoors. When they're inside, especially in a greenhouse, it can get very humid. That's gonna help retain the moisture in the soil. There was times where I would water my plants like 3 weeks. I would wait 3 weeks. And I noticed when I would do this that the soil would get so dry that when water would go straight through and not even saturating the soil. So a watering schedule of 1.5 to 2 weeks, keeping the soil moist drying out just a bit, but keeping the soil moist so that when you do water them, it retains the moisture in the soil. So this can be less or more timing depending on how hot you keep the greenhouse, how much humidity is in there. A little side note is that I also keep a thermometer in there. You can buy this off of Amazon for like $5 so that you can check the temperature that's in there. And a nice feature, the one that I have, also shows the humidity. So if it's getting too humid in there, I can go ahead and leave the greenhouse zipper a little bit ajar, or if it's perfect temperature, I'm gonna lock it in there, shut it all the way up, make sure that all that heat's staying in there. Really important with your plants, just to check and see, okay, the soil's getting a little too dry, it's still wet, I could wait a few more days. So really going with the flow with your plants, the soil, seeing what they need. I hope this video has helped you in trying to avoid some things that I learned in my first year of greenhouse to hopefully help you avoid them so that you can have thriving plants growing during the winter time. Leave a comment if this video has helped you. Go ahead and like and subscribe for more of these. I will definitely be giving you guys updates as the winter progresses. So I love you all. I'll see you guys soon.